Back in 2007, there was one game on everybody's must-buy list, and that was Bioshock. The project was headed up by a man called Ken Levine at 2K, and the game was an absolute phenomenal success. Now, 8 years on, we have the remastered version, so let's take a look. One of the best things about the original Bioshock was its amazing story. So without spoiling too much, you play a guy whose plane crashes into the ocean. You discover a lighthouse that leads down to an underworld utopia known as Rapture. Easily one of the best stories in video game history. Now, since this is a remastered version of the game, all versions have been locked at 60 frames per second and upscaled to 1080p. The only problem is that for a remaster, it really doesn't look any different from the original. I really was hoping to be impressed by the new visuals, but to be honest, it felt and looked almost identical to my first experience with Bioshock on the Xbox 360. Where they dropped the ball visually with this remaster, they made up for an additional content. You now get to solve puzzles through a special section with 3 puzzle modes that lets you take on various challenges, such as trying to kill a Big Daddy without using any weapons. And there's also a museum that acts as a virtual guide to all the artwork of the game, which for a fan is fantastic to take a look at. There's also a host of director's commentary on how they made the game by Ken Levine, which is an absolute bonus if you're a big Bioshock fan. Unlike other versions, you can buy Bioshock 1 Remastered separately instead of buying the collection. The only thing is, it's not the best remastered title I've ever seen, and for such an absolute classic game, I was hoping for a bit more. If you haven't played Bioshock, then you absolutely have to pick up the remastered version. But if you do own it on PC already, there's not much reason to.